Good morning, all. Um, Amy had asked me to record something that gave me hope, and in a moment I'll take you to a painting that has always lifted my spirits. But I thought it'd be nice to start on this beautiful Sunday morning, just hearing the birds and seeing God's bounty through spring. The painting you see here, which is by Johannes Vermeer, Het Straatje, the little street, today can be found in the Rijksmuseum, and it's one of his most beloved paintings. It's painted around 1660, and I've always liked this painting because it's just such an amazingly comfortable, intimate look at a quiet street in one of the bigger cities, not the biggest by far, but one of the bigger cities in the Netherlands. And actually, Delft today, in some ways, still has a certain quietness about it in the areas where this painting probably was painted, and people have a decent sense of what that is now. But the reason for that is that Vermeer, does an amazing thing here. He sort of isolates the characters. We've got four individuals, two kids, playing a game of some sort, maybe marbles, who knows, along on the front stoop of the house, and perhaps their mother doing some knitting or some lace making in the doorway, keeping an ear, if not an eye, on them, and a domestic servant down the alley in the back. And they're each sort of lost in their thoughts, and Vermeer does, achieves this sort of quality of letting them be lost in their thoughts by not giving them very much individual features. You'll notice here it's just dabs of paint. It's just amazing what he's able to do with just a few strokes of paint. It's one of the hallmarks of his genius, actually. And so they're each kind of lost in their thoughts, and yet, this painting still appeals. It's not cold. There's a warmth to it, and that's because the building, as much as the people, sort of speaks of being lived in, of care and warmth. And, that's achieved by the ivy that you see on sort of an adjoining building. The fact that we really don't actually see the entirety of any one building. We see just a part of each one. And then, these wonderful sort of creaks and cracks from settling that you see in the brickwork, and even the detail that Vermeer gives us of the masonry of the bricks. It just catches our eye and moves us around and makes us think, well, wow, this is a place that's been lived in. This is a place that's been home for people. And there's just something eternal about that. And I don't mean that theologically, but there is a quality to this, like a sort of presence, a permanence. Like we know this is going to be there. And I think in this time that we find ourselves, it gives me hope. We're going to get through this. Yeah, we've got a social distance, sort of like these people are social distancing right now, and yet they're still connected to each other. They're still aware of each other, and we are too. I'm thinking about all the people in the church family, and we're all in our separate pods, our little space pods hurtling through space, but we can see each other and talk to each other and keep each other in thought and prayer. And yeah, we're going to be okay. And a painting like this sort of gives me hope, and I hope maybe it brings a little joy to your life today. Take care. Be well. Bye.